Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to do your quarterly reading. This will be focusing in on the months of July, August, and September 2023. So first, your spiritual message here is the Council. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, and it has the most beautiful meaning in the booklet, and I kind of want to read it for you because it's just so lovely. Honestly, this is one of my favorite quotes I've ever read from a oracle book. It says, "The council has a message for you. Listen with your inner senses. The handwriting is already on the wall, so look about you and you will discern its meaning. Do not wait for further signs. Embark on the journey to love deeply, forgive sincerely, and dare greatly. Take the leap without requiring life to assure you of success." So with the council here, within this next quarter, you will be taking a lot of bold movements, bold actions in your life that will set you up for success. You're being asked to live life very assertively, and this is definitely not a quarter where you just want to sit back, relax, and do nothing. This isn't a quarter where you want to wait for your success, just wait for the universe to hand you success. This is a quarter where you want to be taking bold action. I love it for you. Your major arcana is the Empress. Yes, upright too. Oh my gosh. Totally in your power. I'm seeing a lot of beautiful blessings, people, and new situations, new environments just flocking towards you because your energy is very much in this place of just living life to the fullest, trying new things, meeting new people. It's wonderful. And for a while, Gemini, there might have been a season in your life where you were kind of noticing a stagnancy, your progress being stalled out, or just feeling like you barely had enough to survive. You barely had enough friends or money or whatever to get by. And there's just been this shift within you recently that I feel that has really got you into just knowing what you have to do to get yourself out there and to change things up and to take reality into your own hands. Also, I love this card. So this is from the tarot. It's literally a tarot deck of just major arcana cards, and I love that she's like a vampire drinking her blood wine, and she has I imagine she's just super hot and seductive, just totally attracting all these men to her, and then drinking their blood. And now I'm not saying you're gonna do this, obviously that would be a little weird, but I am just seeing you in this very seductive type of energy, okay? Also, we're seeing here divine feminine. She has the feminine symbol hanging around her neck. So I really do feel like this is a great time to expand your female friendships or your feminine friendships, okay? Gender doesn't exist on this channel, I don't care, but divine feminine energy is really strong for you this quarter. We also have Go the Distance. Oh my god, this just reminded me of that song. She's going for distance, or he's going for speed. He's alone in a time of need. I don't know who that's by or what that song's called, but yeah, you know what's funny? This is the jaguar or the cheetah, however you want to look at it. And literally this morning, I was looking up the spiritual meaning of the jaguar, as a spirit guide. What does it mean? Because I just did a beautiful jaguar painting. I've been really connecting with the jaguar spirit, and it's been coming up in my readings a lot for me personally all the time, and now we see it kind of coming up here, big cat energy in general, which is all about reaching your destinations, going the distance, really going for your goals, hardcore. I love it. We also have within the next few months, okay, having this card come out for a reading where we are literally looking into the next few months tells me that this next few months are going to be so important for you. And honestly, so much can change within a few months. I was just watching another channel's quarterly readings for the past 3 months that recently have went by, and I was just kind of reading it to see how it resonated with what I already know had happened to me in these past 3 months. And I was just reflecting on the fact that literally my whole life shifted in these past 3 months. I had a huge separation from someone who I thought would be in my life forever. It completely changed my mentality. I'm glowing, I am thriving, I am hydrated, okay? Everyone go drink some water. So what I'm saying is, a lot can change within 3 months, and I am seeing in this reading there will be a lot of changes for you in these 3 months. So we're going to find out what they are when we get to the tarot portion of this reading, but for right now, we have contract in reverse. There's some type of break in contract, break, separation energy going on here. So some of you guys, this could literally be a divorce, a breakup, or some type of situation where you don't want to be tied down. You don't want to be having the responsibility and the commitment. You don't want to spiritually tie yourself to this person, place, or thing because their energy is not something that you want attached to your energy. Does that make sense? So, oh my gosh, I'm getting so many just floods of insights coming through here, but contract in reverse really does represent either breaking a contract, a promise, or not wanting it to begin with. So for example, if you're dating, you could just be dating really casually, really enjoying your independent life, you know, being a little bit of a heartbreaker, not intentionally of course, but and you're enjoying that. And to you, you might not necessarily want to be weighed down at this time by someone or something unless you truly understand that their energy is something that will uplift you, not something that will hold you back, okay? And I would really look at all of the people, places, and things that you're committed to at this time and ask yourself, are they equally committed to me, first and foremost? And is this commitment, is this tie, is this attachment benefiting my life? Is this someone who uplifts me? Is this someone who puts in the energy and the effort? And I don't know, I'm seeing here there's a no answer to that question somewhere in your life. So you're either avoiding commitment with someone altogether. This could be a breakup that you might have already even been through. I don't know, we're seeing something like that. And your moon card is the full moon in Capricorn, which will be happening during this time. And this is my moon birthday, so I love this moon so much. I was born on the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so let's see, when is this full moon in Capricorn going to happen? Because around that time, which it should be in the beginning of July or the end of June, around that time, there is going to be a break in something that was a bit difficult for you, something that you had a hard time letting go of, perhaps. So let's see, full moon in Capricorn 2023, July 3rd. Yeah, literally 3 days into this quarter, there is going to be the end of a tough cycle. There's going to be some answers for you with this full moon. It's going to be really, really significant during this time. And also, I could see some really big blessings coming in for you during this full moon. Let's just read about it, honestly. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in a job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. Now, this is really important because it's right next to that contract in reversed. So to me, it's like there's something in your life where it's like the work that is required to keep this in my life doesn't feel worth it. It does not feel worth it anymore. And for some of you, this could even be a relationship. Like, I can't do all the work. You need to put in some of the work, and therefore I don't want to stay here. I don't want to keep on holding on. That song, Keep Holding On. Is that by Avril Lavigne? That just came into my head. The end of a rough time is forecast, and this card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. So it's a weird, like, mix of energy that I'm feeling, because on one hand, I feel like you are letting go of something that was just too much work for you to put in. And I feel like around the full moon in Capricorn, around July 3rd this year, you're just going to fully feel like it's like there's no chance that I'm coming back. Does that make sense? It's like maybe you've already left this thing in the past and it's still kind of lingering in your energy. You're still processing. You're still like, But like by July 3rd, you will have a definite answer of like, this is my new path that I'm going on, and I feel very confident about that. Also, around this time, I feel this energy of just working really, really hard, going the distance to make your dreams in career happen as quickly as possible. I'm seeing a whole new sense of motivation in your career life that may be tied to something ending in your life, some type of contract being broken. Someone might have lied to you or hidden truth from you or not withheld their end of a contract. So for example, if you're married to someone, when you get married, you literally make an agreement, like in sickness, in health, I'll always be there. I'll always try to make this relationship work. But some people stay married and they don't put in any effort and they just lie, cheat, steal, whatever. And it's like, you didn't uphold your end of the agreement, so we're done, dead, over with. This is, I'm leaving you in the past. And then it's like from that ending, a new rebirth is able to happen. And it's like you have more mental space, spiritual space, energetic space to really focus on you. And I'm really seeing that energy of focusing on you, and specifically focusing on your career success and goals, your money success. With a love question, this card can be asking you to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. So release control and trust the universe at this time, especially in the beginning of July. You're going to be getting a lot of spiritual insights. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong worth ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it may serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may be feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is far better use of your time. So instead of worrying and pouring energy into something that is not really giving the energy back to you, you are making a plan to pour your energy into something that will give you returns. Okay, so that is lovely. I see you kind of following where your energy is reciprocated, where your hard work is being reciprocated. So now let's dive into the tarot to get really specific about this next 3 months for you. First card out is the Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, the first card to me is always like where you're coming from. And I feel like in the past, you have been really scattered energetically, focusing on too many things at once. And to be honest, I feel like there was a lot of confusion going on because, again, it could be like you were pouring so much energy into a situation that wasn't pouring it back, but that situation, whether it be a work or a relationship, a friendship, was trying to convince you that it was really good for you. Like, this is one of the best jobs you can get. You're never gonna see a partner better than me. They were trying to convince you of that, or maybe you were trying to convince yourself of that. And it really created some confusion because there was a huge discrepancy between the reality of the situation versus what you wanted the reality to be, So maybe you saw all of the gold and glitter within someone's heart and potential, but in reality, they really weren't that good of a partner. Or you saw all of the potential in a job that you were working at, all the growth potential, but in reality, it really just was never getting better. So I'm seeing some confusion coming from your past, and I feel like that confusion is coming to an end. I feel like you're starting to view things a lot more clearly now, a lot more logically, and it's very plain and simple. I will put my energy where my energy is returned. I will put my energy into the professional projects that give me returns, that show signs of growth, that give me a trail of beautiful energy to follow. When you're on a good path, you will get signs, symbols, and synchronicities that you should keep going on that path. It'll feel more right and easy than trying to force an outcome from someone else or something else. Second card out for you is the Chariot. Yeah, once you make this realization and you stop kind of romanticizing a situation, you stop kind of, trying to see the situation in a way that you want it to be, and rather you start looking at it for the reality of what it is, things begin to move forward rapidly. Also, this is the card of Cancer. So Cancer season, beginning of July, first 3 weeks of July is going to be a really significant time of growth for you. Some of you guys might literally be moving, okay, or contemplating moving to another city, another place. Traveling could also be a thing, but the majority of what I'm seeing here in the Chariot is actually aligning yourself with people and circumstances that have the same vision as you. And because you have the same vision, it moves so much quicker. Okay, so for example, like I was just reading something the other day about someone complaining. They were dating this person for many, many months, and they told this person that they loved them. And the other person was like, oh, well, I'm not sure if I have the same feelings for you, whatever. And, this went on for a few months, and, then that person started dating someone else because they weren't committed. They started dating someone else who was immediately like on the same page, on board with the speed at which they wanted to move. This was someone who was reciprocating, and they were explaining how much easier it was to be in a relationship with someone who reciprocates their same energy, and how much faster moving that relationship and different areas of their life were when they had people around them that were on the same page. So I feel that this is a big theme and energy for the month of July specifically for you, but could be, during this whole time, like just lots of forward, quick developments happening. Third card out is the Tower reversed. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I have been feeling very strongly since the eclipses that happened several weeks ago up until like September. Honestly, I've just been feeling that this time period, this summer or winter if you're in the southern hemisphere, is going to be one of a lot of huge shifts and changes. And with the Tower reverse, this is a card of just needing to let something die, needing to let something go that was not built on a strong foundation. And this is something that I feel like at the time that you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like there was either a relationship in your life, a past relationship, present relationship, a job, or even like a connection you have with someone that simply is not healthy. And I don't feel like the energy that this person gives, or maybe it's that you give, is reciprocated. It feels like one person is working harder than the other here, and in your heart and soul that you deserve better, or the other person deserves better. And this just has to come to an end. But I feel like with the Tower card in reverse, there may be a part of you that is still kind of holding out hope. And I'm not saying that this can't be reconciled in the future, but during this quarter, I am seeing that you need to take some space from each other and let this fall apart entirely. And then in the future, perhaps this person, place, or thing can build a stronger foundation for themselves, or maybe you take some space away from this person, place, or thing, and then further down the line you start talking again and you're able to build a more healthy foundation. But for right now, I'm seeing this vision that there is still rubble falling, there is still chaos in the air, there's still so many strong feelings involved here that it simply cannot be built in a healthy way right now. Okay, so if you have recently been through a breakup, for example, and you still talk to this person, a part of you still hangs on to them, or if you're in any type of transitory place in life and a part of your heart still hangs on to what is known, what is comfortable, whatever that may be, this is a card of saying no, let it go, and let the feelings, let the dust settle. You know what I mean? Give time and space for the dust to settle. Do not have false expectations that something healthy will be built so shortly after this crumbling thing is happening. I'm not saying it won't happen, but this is saying like this needs time to just completely be cleared away. The rubble of this needs to be cleared away. The feelings involved with it needs to be healed by time. And then in the future, maybe you can build another tower with this person, place, or thing, or just in general. This could be a relationship in general. Maybe this could be love in general. Maybe you went through a divorce, a separation, and you don't even want love right now. And it's like, give time to settle. Or this could be a specific person. Maybe you are open to love right now, but you still have a piece of your heart out for your ex, and it's like, no, just let that settle. Push that to the side. Okay. Moving on, second row, fourth card out, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Good time for money. And I'm not surprised that this came out because you have a lot of really good career cards here with this Jaguar here, go the distance. okay? I am seeing a lot of hard work going into your professional life, bold action going into your professional life. And this is a part of self-love that you're experiencing after a huge contract was broken, or a huge obligation of yours was broken. Some type of responsibility has exited your life, responsibility for taking care of a person, a relationship, a tie to a job that you have that was really draining. I feel that something like that has been broken. You no longer have to necessarily care about it. And with that extra time and energy, you're pouring it into your goals, and you will see so much success. Also, I'm seeing here someone really awesome for you, very mature, long-term, stable. This is someone who wants to be in your life forever, okay? Like, beautiful influence. I don't know who they are for you personally. Could be a friend, could be a partner, but they are just lovely, wonderful. They may be someone who loves gift giving, or who loves cooking for you, or hosting, having you over. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be, but this is someone who really, really loves you. Great influence, and they may even be wealthy themselves, and they want to share that wealth with you. They never make you feel like you owe them anything. You never feel like you owe anything when you're with this person and they're being generous. So it's a beautiful influence for you. And I see that kind of developing further. Center of your spread is, interesting, the King of Wands in reversed. Interesting. Tea time. Center of your spread. So this is someone in your life who is also mature. They could be older than you. They're not mature though, okay? There's a difference between being older than you and being more mature than you. This is someone who probably is physically older than you, or they have some type of higher level. I hate to put people in levels, but they could be having more degrees or a higher position. If you work with this person, they could be higher up in the corporate ladder than you. I think on a very surface level way of looking at things, they are higher up than you in terms of where they're at in life. However, they are not higher up than you when it comes to basic emotional maturity, being a nice, charismatic person and leader. This is someone who, they might be well-traveled. They might, they like to think that they are very open-minded. They like to think that they are charismatic and charming. They like to think that they have their life together, that they're this good leader, this great lover or whatever, but the reality of it is that they are not. In fact, the King of Wands in reverse, to me, it just gives someone who kind of has an ego around I don't know, they think they're all that in a bag of chips. They could even be partying a lot, and just, I don't know, they really seem to have fallen off the horse here. I don't know why I want to say that. This might be someone you've known for a while, because it is a king, and kings and queens, they really represent longevity. And I don't know, this might be someone who you might be at a distance from them right now. Oh god, there's so much messages coming in. Why is this the center of your spread? Okay, we're gonna have to see the card next to this. What is the card next to this? Okay, strength. Beautiful. To me, it feels like you're really good. You're really good at being open, vulnerable with your emotions and where you need growth. You're really good at looking at your own shadow side and saying, how can I improve? How can I be a better person? How can I learn from the situation? And this strength card comes right underneath the Tower. So there was some major ending, upheaval that was unexpected, craziness, and you're here, you're ready to become a better person from it. Now, this strength card, which talks about having difficult conversations, looking at your shadow attributes, looking at how you can improve all areas of your life. It's coming out next to the King of Wands in reversed. So to me, there may be someone in your life who you are low-key kind of waiting for to do the same thing that you're doing, move forward, grow, have beautiful conversations, really get to the bottom of the problem here. There's a lot of energy here about wanting to move on from your troubling past, something a promise was broken, a contract was broken, and you just hold out hope that this person that's on the other side of what's broken, because I'm seeing you with an attachment cord to someone or something else, okay? That cord has been severed, and it's like you almost want this other person, place, or thing to do better, be better, learn from this, so that you don't necessarily have to completely burn the bridge here. But I mean, I don't know. Let's see what the other cards are. Final row, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, I feel like someone's stuck on you. I don't know why that's coming out. Six of Pentacles reversed. Yup. And the Page of Cups in reversed. Okay, the big message here, I feel like you are here. There's many different future paths you can take in life. You know, you have free will and you can decide it. But I'm feeling very strongly in this reading for you, Gemini, that your best future path right now, what you need to know in order to get onto this future path, is to keep focusing on yourself, your goals, your glowing, independent energy, okay? If there is anything in your life where you are still holding out hope for it to work out, but it has already suddenly, unexpectedly kind of crumbled. If you are kind of hoping and praying for someone who is this King of Wands reversed, you know, to start giving equally, to start really having difficult conversations with themselves and healing, I feel like you're kind of being asked to have radical acceptance for the present moment right now, okay? You are someone who has this Michelangelo way of looking at things in life. You can see the full potential of people around you, situations around you, and that's because you're a light worker. You know, you see the best in everyone, and that's a good thing and a bad thing at sometimes, because you know, it's just like you're waiting for this situation to occur where someone gives you what you deserve. And we see here the scales of justice coming out twice in reversed in your reading, okay? Scales of justice. What that represents is equal give and take, fairness, honesty, and it's in reverse. You don't have that in this situation. This person is not being honest, or this job is not paying you fairly, or you know what I'm saying? And it's something that you would already know what I'm talking about as you listen to this. And you're just seemingly having to have a radical acceptance for where things are at right now. And if I were you, I would honestly be focused on career. This is a really good quarter for career, for reaching your goals. So if there's anything career-wise or creative project-wise that you've been wanting to do, grow, expand, we have the Chariot there. It's a great time to do that. It's a beautiful time to do that. And I feel like a lot of money, a lot of blessings will come through from that. I would say the biggest piece of advice would be try not to get stuck in the past. Look for how things are improving right now and follow this little trail that the universe is giving you. Okay, go where your energy is being reciprocated. So if there's a project that you've been working on and you're seeing some growth, you're seeing some beautiful blessings from that, there's momentum, keep pouring your energy into that. Don't keep pouring your energy into something or someone who is simply not changing, you know? I feel here you need almost this concrete proof that this person is going to change, okay? Page of Cups reversed, like you just want them to come up with an offer for you and say, and like just kind of recognize everything they've done wrong. Recognize, and this is right underneath the Strength card, so I feel like this is all a thing that's going on in your mind. Mentally, you imagine a scenario where this person, place, or thing from your past that's within your comfort zone that you love, they come to you realizing everything that they've done wrong, all of the unfair treatment that they had, that they finally looked in the mirror and saw what they did wrong. And you know what? For some of you, you might get that. You might get that from this person, but you have no control over that. That's the thing with the Tower reversed. You have no control over that. So it's really interesting here. I am definitely seeing here for many of you, you will get an apology. But the thing that you have to recognize is there's no point in holding on to this past thing that has not worked out, that has not given fairly to you, that has not been honest with you. There's no point in holding on to it and waiting for it, because first off, I feel like your energy of waiting is actually going to prevent them from coming forward. And also, the only way I see this working out healthily and having this new foundation being set with this old person, place, or thing is for them to, how do I say, like, I wanted to say man up, them to grow a pair and reach out on their own without being prompted from you, without you bringing up the conversation, and willing to put in the work that they did not put in previously. And again, you have no control over that. So right now your message is to focus on you, focus on the people who are reciprocating your energy right now, and then some. And, you know, as you do that, as you love yourself and kind of let this thing go, I feel like that is going to be what triggers healing and change within this person, place, or thing anyways. And you're going to be happy to begin with. So, I mean, interesting 3 months, okay? Definitely huge levels. I'm seeing increases in your finances. Absolutely. If you're in a position to have your finances increase, of course, like if you have your own business, if you are working to get a new job or something like that, obviously if you've been working the same, well, not even, if you've been working the same job, you have the same income, you can still get more money. Like there's still other things you can do to increase your finances. And I am seeing that. I just see you glowing, thriving, independent, you know, and that energy is what you want to stay in for as long as possible during this quarter, because that is what's going to bring so many beautiful changes within the next few months. And, you know, I just feel like when you keep kind of trying to force other people to view things right, to treat you right, it actually sets you back. So you're doing so much growth during this time. I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this quarter, and I will see you for the next reading. Bye bye.